Hello guys, welcome to the vlog. Today's a bit of a special one actually, because Jack and Ben, my friends from Colchester, are actually going to be performing tonight live on BBC Radio Norfolk, and they've invited me along to film it. So they've been lucky enough to get invited on to the BBC Introducing. I think they've been on it once before in Essex, but they've not been on the one in Norfolk tonight, and they're on at about 8 o'clock. So I'm just cycling into town to meet up with Jack. They're at Playhouse, which is next to the Arts Uni. I think we're going to go for a drink, maybe a coffee, and yeah, I'm really excited for this one. If you want to know the band, they're called the Hemingways, and I'm sure any music in this vlog will be of their music, so if you want to check them out, I'll leave the SoundCloud link in the description below. Turns out Jack wasn't there. They've gone to Alchemista, which is one of our favourite coffee shops, so I'm going to go and meet them there. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you, man. So just had a little bit of a wander around town. The boys have got off-road bikes, 50p for every half an hour, and we're just heading back to mine to chill out for a bit before we head out tonight, because it's like 4 o'clock now. We've got another couple of hours before we go to the BBC for their boys to do the thing. Straight over. Meow. Hello. Do you want a coffee?
A few moments later.
Here the other two mugs are.
Hello.
Love the fur.
Hello. Thank you.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm a bit chilly because... Oh, that's alright then. It's alright. You vlogging?
I am, say hello.
Alright.
This is Ben, everyone.
Hiya, mate.
This is James, the lead singer of the Hemingways.
And that's a very famous drummer.
Very famous drummer over there called Frill House.
Isn't it? Have you filmed that yet?
Yeah, it's lovely. Are you excited? No.
Lovely to see
So we're just going to go get a pint, I think.
Yeah, I'll have one, yeah.
And then we're going to go on the radio. Cheers guys. Good luck tonight. Cheers. Not that you need it, you can smash it.
Thanks, mate.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. I try my best now, darling, but I can't guarantee.
So we just made it to the BBC building. The boys are all ready after their pre-match pint, and we're going to head in.
If you're looking for everything your heart desires, well, that won't come from me. Still have your bag and I'll leave you alone.
That's Gareth.
Coming along. Hey, nice to see you. Good.
Hiya.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Filming, they said. Thanks for coming. What an amazing track. I can't think what it's like. I'm not a musician, but to produce a track like that, you must feel so proud.
Oh, thank you.
You know, and so excited to know that you're now going to bring that track out and everyone's going to be listening to it.
Yeah, we're excited.
So you should be. If you come this way, we can sit here in some chairs. Nothing for a little while, but people are
Good to meet you.
I'm happy with that.
Hiya. You alright?
Thanks very much for coming in, guys.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Anything, a coffee?
We're good, man. I just ran down there and grabbed it.
Oh, well,
We're all good.
fantastic. So, that's great. Although we will be providing biscuits, just so you know.
Fine with us, yeah.
Boys are about 10 minutes away. You feeling nervous? Nah, not at all. It's that pre-match pint.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorted you out.
You're right. Macchiato.
Shit-faced.
And the macchiato. Is that what you had?
No sugar.
Beautiful.
He ordered a macchiato by accident once at a Bill's.
Yeah.
And since then, he's just claimed that he loves macchiatos.
Do you know what macchiato means?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I know what it means.
Oh?
Smell of the dead.
No.
Oh, me and you are both wearing
It just means a drop of milk.
Drop of milk.
In Italian, yeah? There you
Definitely
go.
not milk.
I mean, there is milk in it.
I think it's going to drop of milk in it.
Oh, that makes
It's just espresso with a drop of milk foam.
Double espresso with milk foam, let's say.
Yep, there we go. Knowledge.
Milk, please. If you go to Italy.
Intrepid, baby. Come on in, ladies. Good luck, boys. Perfect. James, no swearing, right?
No one said anything stupid.
No swearing.
No swearing.
Oh,
Swearing.
yeah, don't swear,
Right, if you could just
please.
play
I'd like to be here next week.
He just waterfront last night.
It's funny because he sent that song in, and as I said, I hadn't actually heard it before, and I'm desperate to ask him whether that's autobiographical. I hope not. I really hope not. But I'd like to know. Certainly, it's a lovely little song, and got a lot more from him. Definitely one more track he's already sent in, and then when I sent him a message today, we were saying we were playing it tonight. He said, "I've got 8 more," which is fantastic. It's what you always want, and hopefully these guys are also going to tell me that you've got 8 more.
No.
Very slow.
In time. Okay, we're joined by the Hemingways. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Let's just introduce you. We have
I'm James.
excellent, and what do you play, James?
I'm the singer.
Excellent. That's good. And
I'm Lewis, I play guitar.
okay, keep going.
I'm Jack and I play drums.
And
And I'm Ben, and I play the keys.
good. So 4-piece from kind of down south, a little
Sort
bit,
of, yeah.
but 2 of you up here in Norwich at the moment, which
Yeah.
is why we've got hold of you. So let's just talk a little bit about that bit. We'll forget the other bit for a moment.
Yeah.
Just let's talk about the Norwich
Yeah, so
connection.
I go to NUA and I study graphic design.
Cool.
In my first year.
Brilliant.
So I live here.
This
yeah.
sounds like an intro to University Challenge, doesn't it?
Jack Ames.
Yes.
Norwich
And my
University
specialist
House.
subject is, and you are. So yep, so that's brilliant, and that's really good. And also you have a photographer here who's taking some pictures. But
Yeah, our filmmaker friend Ben, he goes to UEA and he studies international development.
yeah,
He's year 2 though, but yeah, he's a filmmaker and he's coming along and filming.
which is nice. So we'll be able to see some of this maybe a bit later on.
Yes,
which is really
absolutely.
good. So okay, so just tell us a bit about yourself. I mean, I've been saying to people that your music's brilliant, love it, really nice, and one thing you don't know as well, I forgot to tell you, I hope this is okay because I don't think I actually checked with you. We have a comedy programme, we were just mentioning it a minute ago, but we have a comedy programme, and every month when the show goes out, we always put a track in the middle. So I think we put your track in the last one, and then yeah, except we put comedy over the top of it. Not all the way, just in the little middle break where you have a kind of like instrumental. We put some comedy in, but it went really well, and it means a lot for us.
Can we hear that somewhere?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, let's talk about you, and let's talk about your music. So, how did you form? All formed down in
In Colchester, we
Cool.
all went to. We met in college at Colchester, all playing different bands with each other. Apart from Ben, who he was at sixth form, but me and James had been playing in a band called Zones.
okay.
Outfit.
Ah,
Yeah, outfit.
yeah.
Shout out.
That was the first time that me and James had played music together. So that's how we met, and then Jack joined that band, and then there were just lots of lineup changes, and then Ben got
Yeah, I
brought in,
knew.
and then here we are.
I knew Ben. We grew up together as
Okay.
kids and
Nice.
played music through secondary school and college, and we always went back to playing as a duo. And then when I joined their eventual band, that then became this band, when James said to me on a train once, "I think we should get a keys player," I sort of just went to Ben straight away, and
I know one. Yeah,
so that was-
absolutely.
the
How
rest is
good.
history. Yeah.
Got a little phone call, and I was like, all right, yeah. Right up.
You're telling me, I mean, obviously we always talk about how good the music scene here is in Norwich, but you're saying that actually it's pretty good down in Colchester too.
Yeah, it's always been pretty good. We've got a bit of a sort of, I think everyone's quite proud of it down in Colchester. Like, we've had quite a few like local bands do quite well for themselves, and just the community of musicians is so large there. I think it's always been something, especially like within the youth culture, it's always been something quite important to everyone. And I think it's important to us anyway, especially because, you know, we've all sort of moved, most of us have moved away from there, but it's still such a home for us with regards to music. We still play there quite a lot. Our next gig is there. So it's, you know, it's quite important to us. But yeah, the music scene's great.
I can't remember if you've played up here yet.
We haven't, no.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So we've all got that to look forward to.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just tell us, I'm always interested when a group of people get together and they're, you know, starting out. I mean, how do you know what you're going to sound like?
Well, you don't, and I think that's obviously the really exciting thing. And I think every new song that we write, it's always, we never really know how it's going to turn out, and I think that's kind of what excites us to keep making music, because we all come from a background of listening to so much different music, which obviously really excites us. Of course, there's these common threads, which is why it works when we're together, but we never really know how it's going to sound.
No, each song we've written for the set seems to be written in a completely different way as well.
Yeah.
It's always a different member of the band that writes it, or an idea that's formed in a practice, or so that keeps it, like you said, really exciting.
The process behind writing every song is always completely different, and I think that's a great thing, that, you know, I feel that our live set, each song completely has its own vibe, you know, and I think that's because of the way that we write.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that from the tracks that we've heard. You know, that they're quite distinct and quite specially produced as well. I mean, I don't know, you know, how you do that, but the production on the one that we're about to play is superb. You know?
Yeah, that's Tom Donovan. He's a Colchester producer, and he's sort of like a local, not for long, but a local legend. He produces all the bands in our area, and he's in a band himself called Monster Florence, who are about to go off and do loads of big festivals. But he's phenomenal, and he's just the most incredible producer and person to work with. So we owe a lot to him with regards to music and recording music.
Now you've done quite a lot already in terms of success-wise. I mean, you've begun to get noticed, and people seem to like you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about where have you been playing? Tell us about some of the things you've done. You talked about local gigs in Colchester. I mean, have you had a chance to play further afield?
We've hit a lot of the scene there. Obviously, there's some really good venues. That's another really good thing about Colchester. So we've got Frulo's Monkeys and V-Bar, which we've always played a lot of gigs at. We played a lot in London, because obviously Lewis studies there, and so we've done the O2 Islington, which is really cool.
Cambridge Junction was another one we played a couple of times.
Big one.
I think it's important when you're starting out to kind of get out of your own area, however good that is, because, you know, you want to be more than just an act that's known in your own town. So that's all good. I mean, does that feel different when you go somewhere where obviously you haven't got those local connections and you haven't got your friends coming along, but you still got to, you know, go out there and perform?
Yeah, I think it's exciting, and it's nice as well when you're playing with a band. You get along with them really well. Everyone's there to do the same thing and sort of making the audience enjoy it and just have a good time. And it's just nice getting out of your comfort zone, not playing at the same pub every week, but sort of going somewhere else and seeing how people do it.
We've met bands that we're now really good friends with in different towns and cities, and when they play shows or put shows on and we get a call, it's such a nice feeling to know that other people in different cities are thinking of us, and vice versa, you know.
Now we're about to play your track. This is an amazing track. I really like it. I was asking you when you came in. I mean, I don't know what that can feel like, because I'm not a musician myself. I can't think what that feels like to know that you produced something really special that you're about to let people hear. I mean, is it by now for you, well, we did that ages ago and it's all over, or is it still for you a kind of a bit of build-up and excitement?
Yeah, of course, because, you know, as I said earlier, you never really know how something's going to turn out. You know, there's no guarantee, and just because you do something good in the past doesn't mean that you're going to be able to recreate that. So yeah, it's always such a rewarding feeling to, you know, have a track you're happy with.
Well, we're going to play this track. You're going to play with us at Chapelfield Gardens in the summer, so very excited about that. We will give you a time at some stage, but we're just putting the line-up together, so, you know, obviously otherwise you don't know when you're going to be playing. But so the track is called Want It All. Anything you want to say about the track in particular, or about the content of it?
Here I am. Yeah, no, I guess it's just a song about a night out. So yeah.
Yeah,
and it's out on the 9th of March.
Yeah. 9th of March,
yeah,
okay, brilliant. So look for this, because it really is truly an amazing song. So this is the Hemingways and Want It All. Brilliant, guys, what an interview. Thank you so much. Is that alright for you?
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, I'll just get people to it. Yeah.
Time for a celebratory pint with the Hemingways.
Might be 7.